It's Saturday morning. I'm sitting in the drive-thru at the bank. Whew, boy, business, business, business. Let me tell y'all something. Whatever you do in business, please watch your money. The money going out, the money coming in, the parts, the employees, the gas, all that. Because at the end of the day, it ain't no joke. It is no joke. You got to be on top of your game. I'm up here thinking that I was going to come to the bank. They open 9 to 1. I'm thinking I'm going to go in. I'm sitting in the damn drive-thru. Oh, I'm telling you. Out of control. But it is what it is. It comes with the game. I was listening to my boy Bobby Walker. You guys got to check out his channel. The journey of an entrepreneur. Unbelievable. This gentleman talks about getting so exhausted dealing with employees, customer complaints, and he was thinking about how his employees are normally rock stars and how 2 guys really let him down. And he went and looked at the work and couldn't believe it was his staff. But at the end of the day, this is what people do when you're not looking, because it's not theirs. Y'all got to understand, if you're going to get into any situation, you got to set the tone. Then you got to be on top of it. Like, it is no joke. Like, I'm blessed because I got people I can reach outside myself and get financial advice, get structure, operational advice. Shout out to Kiki, shout out to Taylor. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, this is exhausting. You go to bed with a certain amount in the account, you wake up, it's different. You like, whoa, we want those numbers going up. But when the numbers go down, you be like, dang. But that's because you got bills to pay. It's shit you got to do in running a business. And this is reality. A lot of people want to sit here and act like it ain't. This is not easy. And you better have your stuff in order, because it will eat you alive. Just when I wanted to cut back and start taking weekends and relaxing, I can't. Because I got to push even harder, because the business is not just growing, but it has an insatiable appetite. In order to do business, you have to invest in equipment. In order to grow, you gotta have employees. You can't do it on your own, and then you gotta take care of those employees so that they stay. Like, this is a real game, and I'm just giving everybody a heads up. Don't get in this thinking it's gonna be a cakewalk, for real, because it's not. Everybody want to sugarcoat this, but nobody wants to tell y'all the truth. Miss Ward is always gonna be straight, no chaser, man. Like this morning, I swear, if I could get up and I was about to have that blow your brains out moment, man. Simply because I like to control stuff. And I feel like, hold on one second. So as I was saying, I had to step away because the bank teller was calling me. The truck's so big I can't be at the window. Plus, y'all don't need to hear my business anyway. But at the end of the day, you better recognize, boy, be on top of your game. I do not want to be in a bank drive-thru. I do all my stuff online. I don't even deal with people. The fact I got to come to the bank is irritating me, but it's what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. So at the end of the day, luckily, I have this young lady her customer service game is on fleek. Just as polite, just as nice and kind. She can hear the stress in my voice. I want them people, I like stuff to roll a certain way. And when it gets out of order, I'm like ballistic, Ballistic. But anyway, like I said, y'all, this is real world. I'm never going to not tell you the truth. I haven't been on the last couple of days because I've been grinding, training a new employee, blah, 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 blah. Man. And this weekend, I'm going to be hanging with my plumbers, because I got to oversee what they do, make sure they don't mess up the brand. I'm telling you. And then, let me tell y'all something. The whole part of adding the plumbing and the electrical side of the business is so difficult because of the certifications. I'm the business owner, but I'm not certified. So that means I have to upload my guys' documentations and their license. And I'm not complaining about it, but I'm just saying, a lot of times people think you click a damn button and it go, and it's not. And then you gotta have structure for that, because you're managing people who are not accustomed to being managed. And so you still got to allow them to bring their whole and complete selves to the table. And then you have to extract excellence out of them without them even knowing it. Like, this is unreal. Like, for me, I just don't understand, but I also understand that some of us are designed to manage high stress situations where people don't have the vision to see the outcome. I always see the other end of it. Like, I could be in the middle of murk and mire, but I still see light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, I'm gonna go through my little depression and my tirade and, you know, my upset. I'm gonna do all that's gonna happen, because that's real world. Anybody sit here and say they ass cool, calm all the time, they lying. Because if you, like for instance, I got one customer, he tripped me out every time I talk to him because his part has been delayed for like almost 2 months. And I'll say, I got an update. He said, great, we're getting closer. I really appreciate your diligence. I'll be like, where did this dude come from? Like, I was talking to his wife, and she's like, yeah, I knew I was going to marry him because when we were in college and he was a resident, because he's a doctor. He's a resident. Guess what? The first date they were on, he had scraped and everything he could to get this little ragged-ass car they was driving. And it was his pride and joy. And on their date, the first day he got the car, somebody rear-ended and totaled the car. And she said, when I saw how calm and how he made sure she was okay and that the other person was okay and got help for that other person, she's like, I'm marrying this dude. Because the brother was calm through the whole ordeal. And even in dealing with this gentleman, this is the key about having great customers. I'm more frustrated by his parts in his situation than he is, because he has one of those dual ranges and the parts are very difficult to get, and he's having issues with pieces that damn near are obsolete. But he's been so patient through the process. It's just, I've learned so much from him. And that's what I mean about being open and receptive and learning from everyone. You really can. You know, if you know like I know, that's what I would do. Pay attention to everything around you. You can learn from your staff, you can learn from your employees. You know, you can learn from everybody. It's up to you. You have to want to learn. You have to want to grow. But like I said, you know, people don't talk about the particulars of the business. They don't talk about the fact that your numbers have to match. Your operations have to be in order. Your returns got to be on point. So many things can jack up your finances and your card. It's crazy. You know, it's insane. But you got to do what you got to do, man. You know, like I do. This is the part of my business I hate. I hate the administration. Like, I'm good at it, and people like, this is what I want to structure. Man, let me tell you something. The only reason my stuff is structured is because I can't stand dealing with it. And I can't stand, and people are like, why don't you pass it on to somebody? Because I've tried to do that in the past. And let me just explain a little bit about my background. I was the one, when I worked in corporate America, they were seeing to fix the type of situations where people were stealing, embezzling, all kind of stuff. So I'm already geared to be looking at people. My whole vision is skewed, you know. So yeah, there may be 1 or 2 people that I would trust to handle my books, and they not on this coast. In fact, I just called Kiki before I got on this video. Kiki is a former manager that used to work for me in my corporate life, and I made her my operations manager because she was so clean on the paperwork. I would go into a location and I would bring her along. I'd have her come behind me, the boss, dot the I's and cross the T's. That's what I mean about taking staff and having employees that you can invest in and you can believe in. You feel me? Who got your back, and at the same time you're pouring into them. Right now she's moving into another place in her life, and I'm very happy for her because she's worth more than gold. I told her, I said, I don't think you know your worth. You know what I mean? Because this is the type of person you can put in charge of a business, and all your money gonna come to the table, and anything your ass left on the ground is gonna get she gonna find it, and then she's gonna grow the business. That you can't train that. That's innately in her. And when you can find people like that, man, please, you understand, if I could hire her ass and move her to this coast, I would, because that's how good she is. She's so good, I would pack my stuff and move to where she is and start over. That's how good she is. You know, she's good people, and when you see people like that, you got to give them their props. You got to have their back. You feel me? You got to be straight up about it, and that's exactly how I am, straight up. you know, and that's what people like about me, you know. So I'm a little rough around the edges, but that's who I am. This is where I ended up, you know. Now over time, I'm sure I'm gonna even evolve even more, smooth out the edges, calm down a little bit. But you know, I'm recording these videos so I can remember when I was buck wild and didn't give a damn. These are facts, you know. But I'm sure at some point, as the business grows, I'm gonna have to be more polished, more this, more that. Now, when I deal with my customers, they don't even see this part of me. What they see is yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Absolutely. Is there anything else we can do? That's what they see, because that's what they're supposed to see. They are paying me for a service. They're paying for my expertise. It's the name of the game. All day long. So, like I said, I want everybody to have a great Saturday and a great weekend, but I need you to understand, watch your money. That's the name of this video. Watch your money at all times and put some away for your investments. You hear me say that all the time. I cannot say it enough. You never know when that rainy day is going to come, and people really don't understand the times we're in. And I am lucky to have the support system I have around me in my family and everything else. With that said, Miss Ward is signing off, and I'll talk to y'all later. Be blessed.